Now, back by popular demand, it's the Lance Roberts Show.
And good morning. It is 6:06 as we get your day underway here on the Lance Roberts Show. Be sure to get by our website, realinvestmentadvice.com. So this morning, the markets are looking to open down here just a little bit. We were looking down to be a bit further earlier this morning, but Wal-mart just reported earnings a few minutes ago, beating expectations, beating revenue estimates. And again, there's been a lot of concern over Wal-mart's competition with Amazon and the pressure that Amazon's been putting on Wal-mart sales. Of course, Wal-mart is really pushing back against the Amazon threat, so to speak, by acquiring Jet.com and wanting to do online sales, really moving aggressively in that space. And again, one of the things that we've talked about in the past with Walmart is that actually Walmart is in the best possible position to actually compete with Amazon. A couple of reasons. One, what Amazon doesn't have, and of course this was one of the big stories here lately with Amazon, was the extraction of the HQ2 out of Queens Island, New York. Now remember, this is the home base for Ocasio-Cortez. And of course, when a lot of pushback occurred in relation to the tax cuts and the benefits that Amazon was getting to move their headquarters to New York, well, Jeff Bezos said, okay, we'll just move it somewhere else. No big deal, right? Well, the problem is that cost Queens, a part of New York that really needed a lot of economic development, 25,000 jobs, and just literally billions of dollars of potential development. New businesses. Look, when you put 25,000 new people in an area like Queens, you're going to need new restaurants, new housing, new transportation, all this stuff. So it would have been a huge benefit to Queens. And of course, the Democratic left didn't really get that, the impact of that economic development that would have occurred in New York. But this is the one thing that Amazon is going to struggle with, which is logistics. What Walmart has is, Walmart built the logistical footprint decades ago. They went in, the whole plan for Walmart originally was they went into these small towns outside of the major cities, because the major cities had, plenty of places to shop. They went into all these small towns all around the country and built a Walmart. And then from those small footprints, they moved into the major cities. And of course, over time, Walmart's got this massive footprint of stores all across the country. So when you want to move from online ordering to same-day delivery, well, Walmart has a huge leg up in the logistical footprint over Amazon, which doesn't have that. So it's going to be very interesting to watch. Walmart's been one of those stories we've been paying attention to here at RA Advisors for a long time, because the battle that's ongoing between Amazon and ultimately Walmart is going to be the battle to watch, because ultimately, while everybody is convinced that Amazon is going to rule the entire world, Walmart actually has a very, very big undisclosed advantage in that war. So keep watching this. I think this is going to continue to play out, be a very interesting story, and I'm a big fan of Walmart anyway. So there you go. Interesting. So I had my credit card hacked over the weekend, and so on Sunday, I didn't know this, but on Sunday I got these emails that says your Domino pizza order is ready. And I'm like, I didn't order Domino's pizza. Well, my wife was traveling. She went to Dallas. And so she'd taken one of my daughters to Dallas to watch a tennis match with one of her friends. And so I said, well, they're in Dallas. They ordered pizza. So no big deal. And then I get a second order a few minutes later. Your Domino's pizza order is ready. It'll be delivered shortly. And I'm like, this is crazy. And then my phone rings and it says, I get these text alerts from my bank that says, did you make this order? And push yes for, type yes for yes you did, or no if it's fraudulent. So I typed in, well, I'm not sure. So I text my wife. I said, did you order pizza? She's like, no. So I text back. I said, no, that's not my order. And so immediately the bank calls me, says, I'm sorry, so this is, you didn't order these pizzas? And I go, no, I didn't order these pizzas. And so then I look at the order, and the address is in New York City. So apparently somebody in New York ordered some pizzas from Domino's. Okay, so the bank says, no problem, Mr. Roberts, we're going to cancel your debit card. We'll get you a new one in 5 days, and we'll make sure and delete those charges so you won't have any problems with it. Don't worry about it. Things all taken care of. I'm like, fantastic. Well, immediately my phone starts ringing with this New York number. And this guy, so I pick up the phone. I'm like, I don't know anybody in New York. So I pick up the phone, and there's this guy on the other end. Yo, did you order a couple of pies from my restaurant? I'm like,
Pies.
No, I didn't order a heavy Bronx accent, right? You ordered some pies? And I'm like, no, I didn't order any pies from you. And he's like, are you sure you didn't order some? I said, I'm in Texas. I'm not in New York City. And he's like, what, you're in Texas? He says, I can't deliver to Texas. I know, I didn't order any pies from New York City. And I said, the charge has been canceled. And I said, that it says a fraudulent charge, so don't deliver the pies. He goes, what do you mean don't deliver the pies? You ordered the pies. I go, no, I didn't order the pies. It was a fraudulent trade. So for 5 minutes, I'm going back and forth with this New Yorker who owns this Domino restaurant apparently, and he's got a very, very thick, heavy accent, and we're literally screaming at each other on the phone. I didn't order any pies, but I have the charge here. I go, yeah, the bank's going to call you and cancel that charge. Well, sure enough, while I'm on the phone, he gets a notification from Chase that the charge has been ordered. He's like, now you're not going to pay for the pies. I go, no, I'm in Texas. I'm not paying for the pies. Anyway, so after about 30 minutes of this going on, now my daughter's in the car listening to this whole thing, and she's rolling. She's in tears over this because I'm screaming at this guy in New York going, I didn't order any pizza. And so finally at the end of this argument, I go, fine, you know what? I'll pay for the pie. Throw them in FedEx. I'm in Texas. And he's like, well, wait, you live in Texas? I go, yes, I've been telling you this for 30 minutes. He goes, well, that was probably a fraudulent charge. I go, yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you. So anyway, I didn't ever get my pie or my charge, so there you go. Anyway, look, all right, when we come back from the break, we've got a lot of stuff to get into this morning. We're going to talk a little bit about kind of what's happening on the trade front. We've also got some other stories to get into this morning, so hang around. Futures are pointing a little bit lower this morning. Again, we'll talk about that and what's kind of happening with the markets here. We have a new report out on our website this morning, so simply go by realinvestmentadvice.com. We have a technical analysis page for the day talking about where this market is on short, intermediate, long-term basis and why it actually may be a good idea right now to carry an umbrella, so to speak, in terms of your portfolio. We'll be right back after the break. I'm your host, Lance Roberts. Don't go away.
Get daily investment news you can use, delivered at the speed of the internet. Sign up for Lance's newsletter now at lancerobertshow.com.